Okay, so this is Chris Waddens here with the challenger for the vacant European Featherweight title in Ryan Walsh. You all right, Ryan? How's it going?
I'm good, thanks, Cheers.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to hear. So you're fighting on Saturday. Obviously, camp's pretty much over now. How are you feeling ahead of your European title fight?
I'm excited. A little bit tired, as I should be. I've not long finished training. But overall, I'm very excited. I'm in a very, very good place due to my brother's win on the weekend. And, really excited to go and do my job.
Oh, that's good. It's good. I mean, you brought him up there straight off the bat. You must be buzzing. The whole team, family must be buzzing with Liam's win at the weekend. Can you just describe to us what it was like seeing your brother achieve the mandatory position for the IBF title?
It was very satisfying. I know how hard Liam works to do it all with him, and it was even more satisfying the way he went about his business. He was very, very good to watch from even with a biased neutral view that I have. I like to think I was very impressed with the way he went about his business.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so back to the next fight for the Walsh pack, which is your fight in Denmark. Your opponent, Dennis Seelan, his name is, isn't it? What do you know of him? Have you done much studying of his fighting style or anything like that?
Yeah, I do like to have a good look at my fighters, and I did for a while when I was more in Tenerife, really. I didn't get bored of watching him because it's a funny one. You want to have a look at them so you're not surprised or bamboozled by what they do, but sometimes you can watch them for hours and hours and hours, and then they fight one way against other guys and then different against you. But I'm impressed with his amateur pedigree. He's got good credentials. He went to the Olympics. He's done WSB. I'm yet to find a YouTube video showing me of him losing. So I've got all his positive work on YouTube. So yeah, he's a good fighter.
That's good. I mean, you mentioned he was in the World Series of Boxing, and he was a Olympian at London Games, wasn't he? So he's got a high pedigree. So it's building up to be quite a big fight. We spoke about this when the fight was announced, when I messaged you, but how are you feeling about travelling over to Denmark?
That's probably the most exciting bit, the unknown. It's really easy when everything's on your own terms. You know a venue, you know the people. I've had that 20-odd fights, you know. I've had none of this. There's a lot of unknown about this whole job, and with Liam potentially travelling away in his next fight, this will be a good experience for him as well. Because we expect not to have any sort of luxury. We're expecting it to be quite rough. And as nice and good as the people are, the Selden brothers, they're going to want everything on their man's terms. So I expect a 4-foot changing room, a rubbish hotel, and things like that. And if that is the case, and that is what happens, well then we're standing in good stead for Liam later on, maybe in the year or early next year.
Yeah, and yourself, obviously, in the future, but Liam...
Yeah, it's a huge learning curve all round. It's a massive experience, and I'm excited to live it and enjoy. I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. I'm going to really lap it up. We'll milk it as one sergeant told me before. He always tells his kids milk it, and that's what I intend to do. Milk this next week.
Okay, that's good. So, with going for the European title and fingers crossed, touch wood, you come back with the belt. That's something unique you've done. Last time we spoke and I interviewed you, it was all about you and your brother had done something that no other twins had done in both being reigning British champions. But now you're going out, you're fighting for a belt that Liam never had. Is that also something that excites you about this fight?
Definitely. Liam wants this belt. He wanted this belt, but where he was at in his career, it was kind of going one step back to go forward. He had to take the fight he had because it's the ultimate dream. But this is one of them steps that I believe a wall he wanted to take. I've looked at a lot of European champions in the past and wanted to test myself against them. Super bantam and feather, so now it's here, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting my hands on that blue belt. That blue belt is a lovely belt, and unlike the British title, when I get my hands on it, I don't have to give it up. I don't have to get it engraved. It's mine. It's for keeps.
Yeah, it's good.
So that's
good.
a huge incentive for me.
Yeah, you only need one more defence of the British title, don't you, to keep it? You've had two successful.
So I'll be doing that. I'd be crazy not to that belt.
Yeah. So
it's a lovely belt.
You come back and you'll defend both.
That would be the ideal situation. But you never know in boxing. You never know what doors are going to open. I expect I said this to Liam today. I said to a few people, Liam's door's open. You just got to walk in there. My door's a little bit ajar.
Yeah.
So it's up to me to rip it, kick it, do whatever to do. I've got to knock the doors off, and that's what I intend to do. And who knows what happens from there, because I will be ranked highly, I expect. And rightfully so, I believe, by all the bodies, being the European champion.
Yeah, definitely.
You're the best in Europe. If you can say I'm the European champion, you know you can stand in the top 10 of all the bodies comfortably, and so you should be. It's a huge continent full of a lot of good fighters. I've said it a few times. Right now, two current world champions, active world champions now, two Europeans, Lee Selby, who I think is the best, other than myself in the 9-stone division. And then you got Frampton. There's two Europeans holding two versions of the world title. That shows you how strong the European scene is. The domestic scene is very strong. It's a cracking division to be in. I'm really happy to be in a division full of very good fighters.
No, it is a very, especially with Frampton stepping up, it's become a buzz division, hasn't it? With don't
be surprised when Quigg does. When he steps up again, we've got some more really good talent. I will not be surprised to see Quigg come up to Feather.
Yeah.
And you've got other fighters, and I think what happens in divisions, you have little spells. I remember a couple of years back, the lightweight division was like proper. You had Burns, you had Fanny, my brother. So all this mix, and you just got to get a little bit lucky. And the more domestic fighters you have, especially world champions that we have, we're spoiled. If I can do my job, I've got to do my job, I'm not going to get carried away. I'll give myself a chance to be in the positions that the good fighters have been in.
Yeah, so I like talking to you in these kind of interviews, Ryan, because you half answer questions before I've said them. I was going to say about Lee Selby and Carl Frampton and stuff like that. Not potentially saying with you looking past your fight, but they're the kind of fights that this fight with a win will open the doors to. And like you said, it's a buzz division, and it's where many people feel that you deserve to be. So it is that kind of situation you're in. That as you said, kicking the door down on Saturday night to announce your appearance at the top table, especially domestically, like with the guys who are higher than a domestic level, if that makes sense. They're on the world stage.
You're dead right, and that's again added incentive, and I look forward to kicking the doors down and saying to everyone back. I got forced into the wilderness because I didn't read the script. I'll never read the script. I've done things my way, which turns out usually is the hard way. That's what I'm happy with my brother Liam with. He's never done anything any other way than his way. And had a little bit of bad luck, but it all worked out well. Because he's a good person who works hard. And I like to think that's who I do all my work with, and I like to think that's the same with myself. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to work hard. And at the end, you're successful anyway if you do this. You can just work hard, what Marv really wants. And you're going to success. That is a success in itself. The rest will come. Well, I think this is it's a good formula. We work by it. We live by it. He's in the gym with me today. He was running yesterday because he's in a position that he's never been in. He's excited. He's guaranteed to be a world title fighter. I've told him every day. I want to remind him that you're going to get a call soon, and your dream opportunity is going to come true. The opportunity that we're all of us, any fighter who gets into boxing, we all want to be the best, and then he's got an opportunity to prove it. And against the best, in this situation, what I'm really happy with, he's going to fight the best in the division. He's the best in the division. Yeah. And it's all right nowadays. You can be a world champion without being the best. You know, my dream, and I hate getting carried away, to fight the best in my division, which happens to be a man who beat me. That will take even better. Talk about revenge, redemption, whatever. So this fight is so much more than just a European title fight. It's my way back.
Yeah, it's good to hear. I mean, last time I spoke to you was ahead of your title defence in January against Darren Traynor, and you seemed very relaxed. I mean, we spoke after the weigh-in, and you seemed very relaxed, very confident. Talking to you now, you seem like you've got the bit between your teeth a bit more. You seem a bit more ferocious, if that makes sense. You feel it's almost like you're in. Like you said, you've got kick down doors. You're in game mode. It's now or never almost. Is that true? Is that how it is?
I feel a bit different because I'm a huge boxing fan, regardless of anything. I think I was a boxing fan before I was a boxer. I was around that. My dad was actually watching boxing since I was in nappies. So I appreciate boxing. I appreciate what fighters do. So I understand this game. And going to another man's backyard in this country, if I think just winning on points or just doing enough will be good enough, I'll be crazy. I'm of the mindset that these people, whether it's, I expect to be robbed. If I let this go to the cards, and I haven't put him on the deck, and I haven't looked brilliant, I expect to be robbed. And I'm saying this now, so I can't use that excuse after, I got robbed. Bollocks. I don't want to be in that position to say to anyone that I'm surprised. I have to take it into that ring that they're going to try and rob me. That they're going to try and take something off me before I even started. And that's probably why, like you say, a bit more ferocious, a bit more. I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not all of a sudden going to change my style, tact, and thought and be not mindful. But I am also going to. I've got. It's not so much a negative. It's a great driving force in this fight. I mustn't give anybody an opportunity to rob me. I have two judges of my own, very good neutral judges. I hold them in my hand. I'm wearing them there every time I say it. I have the power to be the judge in this fight, and I have a big intention to make sure I'm not no regrets. I don't want any regrets, and I don't want no excuses. And I expect no sort of. I expect everything to be for him in this fight, regardless. It's in his country. It's all on their terms. And I'm going now with that mentality. They're all for them. So now I'm going to really have to kick the door down. And that's maybe what you pick up from me, say ferocious.
Yeah.
I do feel a bit different.
Okay. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good to go in there like with a back against the wall kind of mentality because, like you said, you are going into his backyard. But going on that, dealing with him and his team, his promoters, the Sutherland brothers, how have you found them to work with?
Really, I've only talked to Mr. so far. My first reaction is very, very normal, nice people. They seem very sane. They've said certain things. They live by everything they've said with us so far. And there's a few English lads who work with them. So, Groves and Anthony Gogo work with them. They seem really nice lads. And you're always going to get on with other brothers. But I like what they're doing. I'd love to do something like that with my brothers, be in boxing and promoting and things like that. That'd be brilliant. So, I think I'm already on it. I understand them, basically. A couple of brothers in boxing. And, they seem they do seem sound. Although that was a month ago at a press conference when I wasn't about to knock off one of their golden eggs. And maybe they'll be a bit different after that, I don't know. Hope not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, like you said, that you're going in there, you're going to be taking on one of their boys. So no matter how nice they are, you always know they're hoping that you stumble and fall and don't get the decision. So you've obviously got to take it with a pinch of salt, I guess. But it's good. It's not. It doesn't sound like it's like those old stories of where they're getting you the last minute flight, or like you said, you're in a room with no heat in the middle of winter or something like that. So it sounds like they're being professional at least, which is good. Yeah,
I do expect it to be. They told me the first time I met them, they said we're fair people. I thought, well, that's good because I consider myself and my brothers fair people, and we'll get on just fine. Don't want nothing glamorous or anything to look after us. I don't want any of that, but I do want them to be fair to fair. I can handle that.
Yeah, that's good.
It's fine by me.
Yeah, that's good. So not wanting to look ahead of Saturday, but also can't really go without saying this. With your brother having the world title shot coming in the near future, and if and when, God willing, you pick up the European title, surely it's got to be on Frank Warren to bring boxing back to Norwich for you too. Like win the purse bids for Liam's world title fight, get you a defence of the title of your two titles, hopefully both your British and European, and put it back up in Norwich, because I know that's something that a lot of the guys who I spoke to, a lot of the boxers that I spoke to in the Norwich area want. They want the big time boxing that used to get with John Faxton back in the area. I mean, that's got to be something, a dream of both yours and Liam's, surely.
1,000,000%. We have unbelievable support. I'd like to think. In fact, I know I've been part of Ricky Allen's fans. Payers and Payne, definitely got the best fans in the country. There's hundreds going over to Denmark. Down in Harrow last week, we took, I think, 3.5 hours away from home. I'd like to bank and bet that there isn't many other fighters in our country now who are taking 300 away from home. Try doing it on your doorstep, but take them 3.5 hours away from home. They're a standout group of people who deserve a homecoming, a big homecoming. I know me and Mike have done a few small hall shows in there, and they were cracking, and it's nice to do them. But I think we're talking big time boxing, we're talking TV boxing, we're talking a good undercard. Like you say, if Liam fights for a world title, and you've got me on the undercard defending 2 titles, like we're saying, and I've got a head going too far in the future, but this is real potential now. Well then, that's big time boxing. You have an undercard of all. No one knows about Norwich boxing at the moment. It's thriving. It really is buzzing. But the likes of other fighters in the area are quite close. You could really do a good local card. I think TV fights would bring fighters like Nathan Dale and Sam, real good fights on the TV bill in Norwich. Both of them are of that. Mainly Sam's there. He should 100% get a British title shot soon. And Nathan's knocking on the door. So if not British, there's certainly something a fight before. So you're talking there 4 real good competitive fights. Because whoever I fight for the British and European. Again, I don't like going off too far there, but basically you're looking at a real good bill in its own with good local fighters, and there's nothing to stop Frank or bringing any of these other good fighters. You know, why not? If you've got, definitely, I think the one downside, and it's always going to hurt the cities, we haven't got that indoor arena. We haven't got that. I mean, the showground is okay, but with a big show, you'd like to really, I don't know, we're a little bit unlucky with that. We're unlucky with an indoor arena.
Yeah, but really I understand what you mean. You want to go to town. You want to really like have it almost like you want Wembley Arena or in Norwich and stuff like that.
There's a really good venue in Ireland, 6,000 seats. That'd be perfect. Yeah, they've got a real good one there. That'd be really good. I think the local like ourselves would definitely pack something out on that to make it a real success.
Yeah, so no pressure, Frank Warren, if you're listening. So that's good. I mean, we'll go back to the present on Saturday night. You're fighting. Do you know what time the fight will be on? Like what time it's scheduled?
I haven't heard anything, but judging from last night and looking at the size of the door, I reckon it'll be very similar to me.
Okay.
Get on around 10.
Okay, and it's on BoxNation. We saw that the other day. It's been.
Yeah, happy about that. It took a little while to sort that out. There was rumours of other channels maybe.
Yeah, well, the Southern Brothers normally work with Sky, don't they? So I wouldn't be surprised if they were maybe looking at that avenue. But it's good that it's on your channel that your promoter owns and runs. So that's good.
I'm happy about that. I think that's again a little bit of backing, which is good. I know won the plus bid, but still some of our fans who can't travel get that opportunity. Most of them bought BoxNation this week. The ones who couldn't watch Liam. Many people have come up, we got it. It's a double bubble now because we got it for Liam. Yeah. And they're not coming to Denmark, they've got it for me, so they get 2 of the fighters in 1 week, so well worth the subscription.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, leaving you and Liam aside, the BoxNation have got some brilliant cards coming up. So
they do the best international boxing at the moment, and I'm looking if I'm potentially going to be live at the next couple, I'm going to be live. I'm going to be there live at Cardiff, and I intend to be watching Lomachenko Walters. So they're two cracking. Anyone knows anything about boxing? They're two cracking bills, cracking fights. I really look forward to Liam Williams and Amit Patterson. I think that's going to be a belter. Yeah. I'm a fan of Langford. I like the way he goes about his business. After my fight, it's still all boxing. My plan is to still, even I can't see me fight again before the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? But I'll certainly be trying to make it my business to go around and watch as much live boxing as possible.
No, it's good. It's good. I mean, like you said, you live and breathe boxing, so it's good that you're showing the support to your fellow stablemates and the Frank Warren stable there. It's good. It's good.
Good fighters. You've got some good fighters. Patterson and Williams are both good fighters. Langford's a good fighter. They're good to watch. I think Liam, out of the three there, he's a fighter. I think Tommy, watched him sparring, he really impressed me. He's like good. And Anna, he's like, he can make fighters look bad. There's three real good fighters, and then obviously the Evans Stalker rematch. Well, anyone who's got a tenner, you have to put that on a draw again, don't you? I've never heard it in boxing. I've never heard of two fighters go draw. It's so unheard of, and I don't know if that much gets made of that. But I remember watching the second fight with my friend, the Family Army leader, Jim Abs, and he said 2 rounds in, what about a draw? And after this is in the second fight, we've already had a draw. I was like, no, I can't. You never get 2 draws. I'll be a winner. But for me, in the first fight, I thought Stalker won. In the second fight, I give it to Evans. So this is the proper rubber match. Now, even though we've had 2 draws and 20 odd rounds of, I think it's 2 10 rounds. So 20 rounds of boxing, still have no
clear winner. Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they are compelling fights that are coming up. Sorry, hold on. Oh, sorry. They are compelling fights coming up, and they're 50-50s. I mean, I know it sounds silly, like it's obvious to say that about two guys who have had 2 draws with each other, but they are 50-50 fights, which is what boxing fans want to see.
Definitely. More competitive fights. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, even going back to your fight, it's a 50-50. This guy, he's not as experienced as you in the professional ranks, but he's got the seasoning of being an Olympian and fighting on the World Series of Boxing, which I think is a brilliant platform for fighters, because when they then turn pro, they're not fighting in nothing 4-rounders. They're going straight into 6-round meaningful fights, and he's...
Someone will call him one word, Lomachenko.
Yeah.
He's improved. He's never been a man, to fight for a world title. I know there was one Olympic champion, Radamacher, who fought Patterson in his first fight, and that was a farce because he's only done 3 frees. But in this way, you get some of the hardest 4, 5, and 7 round fights you're ever going to get will be shut off.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. I don't believe in the word semi-pro boxing, but I think this is the closest thing to pro boxing you're going to get without
being professional.
Yeah. It is a good idea. It's you get. Well, how is it not pro? You're getting sponsored, I suppose. I don't know. It's very tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a weird one, isn't it? Yeah. But I mean, I guess it keeps, especially in Lomachenko's case, it kept him available for another Olympics, didn't it? Because he stayed with the first few series of World Series boxing and then went to another Olympics before he turned pro. So it has its pluses, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very good system. It's a very good setup.
Yeah.
Nothing but positive. Because you have outgrown the 3-minute rounds. What do you got? It gives you that somewhere to go. You're not quite ready to put your all in on that. And it's worked out so well for him. He's very well. I'm happily going to do the 12 journey to Vegas to watch him live because he really impresses me.
Yeah.
He really impresses me. He's brilliant. He's really good. I want to see him live now. I've seen so much. I've watched most of his pro fights now, and I've seen lots of highlight reels. Him and Walters is going to be a cracker.
It is.
I'm sure of it.
It is. It looks like it's going to be an amazing fight. But yeah, I mean, as always, when I talk to you, Ryan, we've gone off on a tangent.
It's boxing.
Yeah, like completely away from your fight. I don't think we spoke about your fight for about 5 minutes. But I'll reel it back in. I'm not going to go straight back to your fight, but I'm going to talk about your division domestically at least. You spoke about Frampton and Selby, saying that they're the big fights. You failed to mention another name in Josh Warrington, who, funny enough, is a former featherweight British champion, a former featherweight European champion. This fight, if you come through it, surely must put more pressure on Warrington's team and Eddie Hearn and Matchroom to maybe give you, it sounds bad saying give you the crack at him because you'll be the champion, but make that fight happen.
Honestly, to my ears, that sounds so bad. That sounds terrible. That's like, it's more worse than cringeworthy because these opportunities to fight me was, I'm just bad business. I'm not, how did I get any better business? What, because I own 2 belts he's already won? It's just bad business. You don't want me going up there, stacking him in front of 10,000 of his Leeds fans. That's bad business. And I don't blame him. In the world of boxing business, your aim is to get your guy to a world title fight. And John Faxon told me this, and it's so true. Sometimes in boxing, on your way up, it's not who you fight, it's who you don't fight. And I think, I don't blame that team. I was a bit bitter early on. He took so long to into Bearcat. He weren't going to fight with Bearcat. I'm not bitter at all. I've met him since. He's the same lad, and it's business. This is business. And I understand. He wants to give me a voluntary for anything. Now I've got the title, but I would happily give him a voluntary. What do I offer? I'm going to go to his backyard. Well, I'm going to get paid a bit more. The fight financially and because of I'm BoxNation Sky, it makes sense at all. Although, for me personally as a fighter, I want to fight the best fighters I can. If that fight led to something for me, I'd jump it. But what would it lead to me for me? And that's maybe what they were saying before. Why give me an opportunity? It's easier fights, and I agree with that. I've watched all his last fights, and every one of them were easier than me. Even though his fans will tell you he's going to fight bigger and better, and then they bring in a super bantam. You know, his fans are crazy, but you know, not all boxing fans actually know boxing. And the people around Josh Warrington are good people. They understand boxing, and I'm just bad business. You know, when I was the president and CEO of the Who Needs Me British Boxing Featherweight division, I didn't like it, but I understood it. If I'm managing a fighter and I can get my fighter other fights for titles and I can just ignore, you know, but then ultimately it does lie with the fighter as well. So maybe I'm a little bit different. Me, when I got my British title fight, I made the phone call. I rung up his promoter. I rung up his matchmaker. I wouldn't leave it alone. All because I've seen on Twitter he had no opponent. I had no opponent. I'm 9 stone. You'll always have an opponent. Any 9 stone's always got an opponent. I will be that opponent. I'm dead cheap, and financially, it weren't the greatest deal ever. In my career, it was not the best thing to happen, but I won't have it any other way, because this is my way. You know, some fighters like to hide behind handlers, promoters, friends, family. Bollocks. At the end of my career, I want to be able to say, I done it my way, as much as I could, as much as I was allowed to. And at that point in my career, I needed to know how good I was. And on that night, I wasn't good enough. Definitely. No, the better man won. I just think it was the best thing that happened in my career. Because at least I had an idea. You know, look how far Lee's gone. And myself, I've turned from that learn to now. I think you can only, at the time it weren't the greatest thing, but when you look back, you can go, yeah, well, I'm happy now. I'm happy that, a loss, or like I'm saying there, is a learn. It was being depending on the fighter. The fighter loses and says, that's it, and quits. Well, he's truly lost. The fighter loses and learns and says, I'm better than that, I can do better than this. You know, why is he lost? You know? I go off on one there, and it's all because when you mention Warrington, I just don't think that fight doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. I just hope that he wins the world title, and then, you know, as long as I'm there and thereabouts. What gets me with him, the opportunity to fight Lee Selby's been there, and as far as I can work out, it's been and gone. I don't know what the hold-up was. Now, I can only assume it's financial. He wasn't getting what he deserved. I don't know. And in this sport, you've got to get that. You've got to make sure you're getting paired fights. Most fighters will fight each other. And that's probably why I'm the worst business. Because whatever he fights before, it's not really going to be enough. So, yeah. gone on one there. Sorry, Chris.
That's absolutely fine. Like I said, I mean, I asked one question, you answer three. It's brilliant. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap it up now. Because I know you've got to go and get some rest before you do some more training and stuff like that. And so just good luck on Saturday. Bring that belt home. And like I said, next time I see you, I want a photo with it because that's a beautiful belt. All right.
Thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, all right, thank you as well. I know it's busy in the build-up fight week, so thanks for taking time out to talk to us.
It's been nice talking boxing. My favourite bit is when we talk about all the other BoxNation fighters and the world fighters and the Lomachenkos. I talk them all day. I'm a boxing fan, and I love talking boxing. So thank you. Took my mind off my fight for a little bit there. And other fighters.
Well, brilliant. Well, good luck on Saturday. I'll be watching. And I can say this time round, I want to be cheering you on to the rafters. Bring that European belt home to England, eh? All right.
Brilliant, top man. Cheers.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
You take care.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.